Hello, this is George Scott. This is an adaptation of a PowerPoint that I've put together that demonstrates how Knoxville now with the bridge closure has the opportunity to become an even better city. This video is about 7 minutes long. As we know, Henley Street is a barrier between the major elements of downtown. It's a big road with high-speed traffic. Right now, a lot of people take Henley Street to get to Dollywood and point south, and vice versa. Now, during the bridge closure, they're redirecting traffic on the green route shown here. My suggestion is we make this the permanent 441 and make the existing 441 over the Henley Street Bridge the business route. There's some advantages to this. If we can calm this corridor, we can unite the four major elements of downtown that are now separated. Now, Boston has done such a thing. Their Commonwealth Avenue is a walkable boulevard. Henley Boulevard doesn't have the width of Commonwealth Avenue, but the concept can work. I took these figures from the TDOT website. They are a high average of the last 4 years, and it's available for anybody to check. It shows that most of the traffic that crosses the Henley Bridge does not stop north of Moody. It continues on south to Seymour and points south. The detour takes traffic down Moody, which is a wide, level city road. Many people believe this is totally acceptable to the state as a state route and therefore as a federal route. Advantages to local traffic include easier access from South Knoxville to downtown businesses, less congestion for South Knoxville businesses, the opportunity for easier pedestrian trolley, other traffic, local traffic to come into downtown, and retail and restaurant businesses can now develop in South Knoxville along the Chapman Corridor. The new Urban Wilderness Park is going to create a new southern boundary for downtown. This means that downtown development, which is doing so well right now, can extend itself over the Henley Street Bridge and Gay Street Bridge along the South Knoxville waterfront and down Chapman Highway. Now, this is not a new idea. This is a study that was done in 2006, and it suggested the idea of a Chapman Highway Boulevard. This is a detail from that same study. Downtown South Knoxville waterfront is now going to become part of downtown. And this is not a new idea either. Advantages to through traffic include fewer traffic lights, faster, less congested traffic to Chapman Highway. Also, GPS-directed traffic won't send you through downtown Knoxville if you don't want to go there. If you want to go there, you can still go through on the business route, just like you do now. The initial cost could be quite low. Signage to redirect traffic, which is already going to be in place to some degree because of the detour, and restriping the road. Eventually, as the city feels it can afford it and it's worthwhile, you could put a boulevard with trees down the middle of the street and widen the sidewalks. Urban retail and restaurants can now develop along the Henley Boulevard corridor, and by the way, on Chapman Highway, where traffic is often too fast now to allow pedestrian traffic or even easy access if you're driving. And convention center visitors no longer have to play Frogger trying to cross the street. With any change, there will be some issues, and here's one of them. People are afraid through traffic is going to be directed through their neighborhoods, and actually this might actually happen while the bridge is closed. Once the bridge is reopened, I don't see it as an issue at all for North Woodlawn. If it does happen on South Woodlawn or other streets, then traffic calming measures are going to have to be adopted. Another issue is I've heard that many people think that the high volume of traffic on Chapman Highway is good for some businesses. There are very few actual retailers on this stretch right now. There's a couple of restaurants, there's a lot of chain restaurants. This is a mile and a third. Okay. The major businesses, though, have nothing to do with the through traffic. The funeral home, the doctor's offices, dry cleaners. And much of it's just open park and vacant brownfields. The residential neighborhood on Moody will change with a high volume of traffic. I think there's a good chance that a lot of these properties can be redesignated commercial and have a big increase in value. Government engineers haven't yet studied this. I want to get discussion going so that we can decide as a city if this is something that's good for us, which I really think it is, and then we can let the engineers figure out how to do it. I'm not an engineer. I don't have any financial stake in this. I just love to see what's going on downtown, and I wanted to extend it. Jack Neely originally wrote an article that this sort of got me thinking about. Redesignating Highway 441 into bypass and business routes will make travel through Knoxville easier for people that just want to get through Knoxville, and it'll make it easier for people within Knoxville to go from South Knoxville waterfront to downtown and back. Downtown can continue its growth and development without the constraint of this big barrier of Henley Street, and everybody will have more than 2 years to get used to the route. This bridge construction is an unrepeatable opportunity to include South Knoxville waterfront and Chapman Highway within downtown's growth, and to create a stable, larger, more pedestrian-friendly urban center. Really a showcase for the region unlike anything else around. Please give me some feedback. You can leave a note on YouTube or on Facebook, and I'm urging you to discuss it among your friends and your city officials. You can contact me directly if you want. I've showed this to scores of community leaders in Knoxville, including everyone on City Council and other government officials, neighborhood leaders and developers and property owners. My impression is that in no case was anyone against the concept. Some were very enthusiastic and want to see it happen. Some were reserved, and they should be. It is a big idea, and it's going to require some thought and planning. If we start now, we have a 2-year window to lead Knoxville to achieve its full potential, something that is unrepeatable in our lifetimes.